Welcome to Present Poetry. I'm your host, Erin Crittenden, and all poems within this podcast are either public domain or used with permission from the author or the author's estate. It's a fun time for poetry lovers of all ages, so sit back, relax, and get ready to hear some poems of the past and the present. This week's featured poet is Linda M. Crate. Linda M. Crate, she, her, is a Pennsylvanian writer whose poetry, short stories, articles, and reviews have been published in a myriad of magazines both online and in print. She has a bachelor's in English literature from Edinboro University of Pennsylvania and has 11 published chapter books, the latest being Fat and Pretty from Dancing Girl Press, which was published June of 2022. She also has a few published poetry collections and one fantasy novella titled Mates, which she published through Alien Buddha Publishing in March of this year. You can connect with Linda through her social media pages, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I will include links to those in the show notes. You can also find a collection of her works on Goodreads and Amazon. Today, we are reading a small collective of poetry, which was submitted through the Present Poetry Podcast forum on LadyErin.com. This poem is called The Worst Sort of Forevers. I can't take back the hurt I gave you, and I know that, but I am sorry. I know I should let you go, but my mind and heart have always struggled with goodbyes. They are the worst sort of forevers. This poem is called You Were the Magic. I thought everything was gone. Nothing would be harvested of worth in me ever again. But you brought to me the dreams I had forgotten and the birds that had flown away. You made me realize we all have seasons of growth and decay, and perhaps something better was already on the way. You were the magic that made me believe in miracles again. This poem is called I Don't Know If It Would Have Mattered. I didn't know how to tell you that I loved you because you always had someone ready and willing to hold you and love you. But I fell for you so hard and so fast it scared me. I wanted to keep it a secret because I knew you wouldn't feel the same. Years later, a friend told me I should have told you, but I don't know if it would have mattered. This poem is called It Surely Didn't Save Me. I grew up being taught that being queer was a sin, and then I fell in love with you. Didn't know what exactly to do. You were with someone else, and you saw me as a sister. I drew a wedge between us, so our friendship would erode away before you ever could know and reject me. For a defense mechanism, it surely didn't save me, and I'm sorry I hurt you. This poem is called Not This Time. I see you in pink sunsets, white roses, and Facebook memories. Sometimes just certain things remind me. You were the fae that brought back the dreaming when I thought it was dead and gone, and I was the shy vampire, standing deep in the shadows, unable to express her love for you, always bleeding on the thorns of her regrets and worries. I still dream of you sometimes, and the universe shows me who we are in other lives, and it hurts to know we'll never be, not this time. Thank you for listening to this episode of Present Poetry. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review, share us on social media, or subscribe so you never miss an episode. If you would like to learn more about the featured poet, or you would like your work featured on the podcast, please check out the links in the show notes. Thank you again for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.